Okay. Shame on you, Mr. Tosin. You didn't remind me to record.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Where we started from was so interesting, so I got carried away.
I wanted to get straight into the substance, you know, because I want my training classes to be productive, give you guys information that you can use. I don't want to talk about if the sky is green or if the sea is blue. This is production.
Okay.
So we get here again to see this report in a beautiful format. We click on menu there, and we just click on cover page. And then you get here. So the most important thing is to be able to do an illustration and show a client their options. And that's why when you meet a client, sometimes we lose our clients before we have the chance to win them. Sometimes we lose our clients before we have a chance to win them. Why do I say that? Because you meet a client, you say, oh, you really need to come get this insurance policy. It's really good. You get yourself a $200,000 policy. You can be paying $300 a month for a premium. Come sign up. It's really good. You've already lost that client. You've already put yourself on the path to losing that client. First thing we want to educate our clients are the benefits of the policy. And that's why I took time and wrote the 25 benefits of the IUL. Let me see if it will show. Where is that stuff? I went and I copied some of my certifications going back so that when for example, I'm doing a presentation, I'm going to show a lot of this, to say, see, this is since 1999. I was already a Microsoft certified professional and a Microsoft certified systems engineer and all of this. These are the certifications I was talking about. This is one, Bill Gates was the one that was fixing his signature at that time, So you go Excel. If you want to do IT, we've already done all of these things, but they lead you to where? Just stagnant growth, So I had to go look for some of these certifications. That's PMP, That's my PMP certification right there. With PMP and over 18 years of project management experience, you can go make 200K out there easily. So some of these things, when I talk about them, it's good to scan them and be able to show people that, hey, I'm not just blowing smoke to say, yeah. So, but I was looking for something else, and then I ran into this.
25 benefits.
The benefits of the IUL right here. Yes. Now I know where it is, and that is why I took time to write these benefits of the IUL. Because this is where you educate the client. Okay, when you run your illustration, then you educate the client. You go back and forth. You're supposed, again, I'm out of town, but you are supposed to have this printed and by you all the time. That's why you need to get the client on Zoom. The most important thing you can do is get the client on Zoom, do an illustration, start articulating this. Because there's a client I went, presented, and sometimes it will take more than once. There's a client I went to their home, presented and everything, but Geraldine met them, talked to them. They are still thinking that this is just an insurance policy that costs too much because it has not sunk yet. And what did I tell Geraldine? Let's get him on Zoom. Because the day I went to present, he was watching a football game. The football game had just been done, and then we did it, and it was late in the night. He did not have time for it to sink. So we are in the business of education. When you take time and you explain these benefits to people, they will get it. But let's just look at this client again. Again, when you run the illustration, your agent information is there. Client is Alicia Gandhi. When it was run, this is the agent information, Valentine Ghana. This is my agent code with WFG. All of you guys have this code. That's our main address in Houston. Scroll down. So I'm going to hammer just on, I'm going to pick just 5 of these benefits and hammer on them. Just 5 of these benefits. And the reason is that I have that Elevate event that is about 45 minutes from where I am, and I have to drive there. But I'm going to clearly go through about 5 of them, okay? So we scroll down again, the payment is 1203. Again, to me, this is not a life insurance policy. This is an investment masquerading itself as a life insurance policy. This is a tool that the wealthy have used to create preferential treatment for their investments, preferential treatment for legacy transfer, preferential treatment to grow money, tax-free, preferential treatment to protect themselves from things like critical, chronic, and terminal illness, should they have those while they are working. So this is not a life insurance policy. I've invested, Geraldine knows I've dabbled in all types of markets out there. This is an investment hiding as a life insurance policy. So if you start presenting and somebody thinks that it's just a life insurance policy, you know, and I gave you an example last Saturday, and I'm going to repeat that example of my niece. I gave the example of my niece who was in London, and she went to buy a coat. She had just moved to England. They told her that that coat was about 50 pounds. She converted that money to Cameroon money, and she said, this is too much for me to pay for a coat. She went home. 2 days later, she came back to that same store, didn't ask any questions, paid for that coat and took it home while it got colder. If people know the value of something, they will not have a problem with the cost.
Yeah.
If you take time to educate people about the value, they will not have a problem with the cost. It's when they don't know the value that they start having, they say that thing is too expensive, and then they go down the street, somebody and say, somebody tells them that, man, you paid $800 for an insurance policy, are you crazy? And they go, man, maybe I've just been duped. No, they don't yet understand the value of it. All right, so, and then I have this other quote. Again, you want to educate them that if things get tough and they cannot pay, they have the minimum no lapse right here. You know, the policy might be 1,2 something. Let me look at that premium again, 1,203. But guess what? If things get tight and they cannot maintain that, just pay the minimum no lapse. But what I'll say is, when you have this policy, tell your clients they should discipline every other thing they do. They have some trouble going on, call contribution for some debt celebration, give less money than you would have. Put your money in your policy. Because when you have that critical, chronic, or terminal illness, all of those things will not be there for you. This policy will be there for you. When you get to that old age and you're asking yourself, what am I really passing over to my kids? This policy will be there for you. So fund this policy. Don't cross over and go see Master Jesus on the other side, and Master Jesus says, what did you leave back for your family? I showed you this that you can leave. What did you leave back? You start regretting. And then you tell Jesus, can I go back and just do some of this? Jesus says, no, you already crossed. You can't go back. We don't want that. So we want to show them, the first benefit we want to show them is compound interest. Is compound interest. Is compound interest. Right here. Compound interest. Explain the fact that compound interest by Albert Einstein is the 8th wonders of the world. It's the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. How so? Because if you put your money in the variable sector, in the stock market out there, 1 year is up, the next day is down. 1 year is up, the next day is down. There's no consistent growth. There's no guarantee that your principal is going to be there when you need it, because the market can crash and you can lose everything. Putin and Trump are threatening each other now with nuclear war. This person says, I have nukes, I'm going to start testing them. The other person says, I have nukes too, I'm going to pass. You don't know what some crazy person in this world can do. And it just brings the whole financial sector down. So explain mortgage, credit cards, student loans, and all of that. They are growing by compound interest. They are growing by compound interest. But guess what? Our other investments, if we don't have investments that are growing by compound interest, then we are being left behind. Emphasize market correction and negative years in the variable sector. They impede compound interest. Learn the example of there are three key years: 2001, 2008, 2017. Huge market crashes. Every time it crashes, it wipes out all the gains you've had. So, but the other thing that I want to talk about compound interest is this business that we are in is business that grows by compound interest. Why? Because you start in year one, you start building, you recruit people, you train them, they are on your team. You are the one that is determining your growth. You know, each year, you are the one that is determining your growth. So each year, Junior, greetings, so good morning. Yeah, all right. So you are the one that is determining your growth. And each year, your growth builds on itself. That's compound growth. By the time you get to year 3, you're now training people that people you brought into the business have taught. That's compound growth that is happening. And one thing we know about us in this country is that Africans are moving in great numbers. Somebody will need to educate them. But if you already start building your business, that is the foundation for compound growth that you're creating. Next benefit, and again, when you explain to clients, we don't talk about the business part, but since we are agents here, I just wanted you to take that opportunity to emphasize the business part. Now, if you want to emphasize the compound growth, go to the policy. Go to the policy. You want to show this client. Year 1, they've put 14,000. They have policy value of $10,000. Remember, there's part of that money that is going to pay your death benefit. By year 5, you've put 72,000. You have cash in there of 57,000. Now, what I've realized, again, I'll say this, is that all of these estimates are underestimated. The actual amount you have in here is, take 33% of 58,000, just say 60,000, 23% of 60,000 is 20K, added here. You're actually going to have about $75,000 to $78,000 in here. I've seen it with all the policies. That's why I can make that statement. So when you tell the client, we illustrate it at 7.25, and those numbers are based on this illustration, but the growth is actually much higher than that. Go to, again, year 15. Say they've had this policy for 15 years. How much have they put in? 216,000. How much do they have now? 242,000. Again, one third of 240 is 80,000. Add 80,000 to 240,000. Now they are at 320,000. Do you see any years of negative growth here? No. Because if the market crashed during any of these years, guess what? It will not touch the account. They will still grow by the floor of this account. So there is no year that they are experiencing negative growth, compound interest. Go to say they've had this policy for, let's scroll down, let's say when they've had it for when they are 65, right here. They've put how much? 433K. How much do they have in here? It's showing 879, but just say 1/3 of 900,000 is 300,000 plus this. We're actually looking about $1.1 billion that they have here. Guaranteed retirement, no risk. And at that time, their death benefit is about over $2.3 million here. So, yeah, thanks. Mabia, thank you so much. My elder sister here is bringing me tea, so it's good to stay with somebody who comes and takes care of you in this way, you know.
Good.
So, yeah.
You are blessed too.
Yes, I am.
Enjoy.
Yes. So, but so you explain that guaranteed growth here, guaranteed legacy transfer, compound interest, no years of loss. You can see it's right there. You can put it in real estate. Real estate might crash. We all saw what happened in 2008. People lost value in their homes like you've never seen. It can still happen again. We don't know which other sector of the economy is going to crash. Now people are saying AI is in a bubble because most of the growth of the whole of last year, 90% of the growth of the stock market has been based on AI. 90%. People are speculating. Will we be able to have robots and automations to that extent that will make a difference? We don't know. But what happens when it starts showing that it's not going to be like the market predicted? It will crash. Just like in 2001, we had the dot-com crash. So, but here you put your money in an index asset, it's always going to be there. Now, there's a perspective that I want to share with you guys that is very unique about the index universal life. When you educate people about it, don't tell them that is the only this is the only thing that will guarantee you growth. Or no, I don't say that. I say that this should be one of the most powerful pillars in your portfolio. This should be one of the most powerful pillars in your portfolio. You can have real estate. You can have some stocks. You can have a business that you're doing. All of those things will bring you money. But the index universal life is the pillar that will not go away. All of those other things can crash. So I don't educate people that this is the only thing you should have. This is the only asset you should have. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread and you shouldn't have anything else. No. I say this should be the most stable pillar in your portfolio. Any questions about that? All right. Let's go to the next benefit here. Income protection. Income protection. So you need to be able to explain some of this. Explain the elements of critical illness, heart attack, stroke, cancer. Heart attack, stroke, cancer, I put this twice, diabetic retinopathy, ALS. All of these are critical illnesses that you can have. Almost all of us, I think, know somebody in our family that have had some of these critical illnesses that we're talking about. Either friends or family, we know them. Guess what? What is there to protect you? What is there to protect your income? What is there to ensure that you do not fall between the cracks? Income protection in terms of critical, chronic, and terminal illness. What are the chronic illness elements? Bathing, eating, continence, transferring yourself. There's one that I always forget here to put. There's one that is always absent here. But if you cannot do any two of these six, guess what? This policy will come in to defend you financially. If you have terminal illness, they will pay you immediately 90% of the face value. 90%. If you have 500,000, 900,000, if you have a $500,000 policy, 900,000 is how 90% is how much? $450,000. If you have $1 million policy, 90% is how much? $900,000. If you have a 250,000 policy, like I have for my mom, 90% is how much? 225,000. They've already sent me the paperwork. I just need to fill it and they'll send me the money. I don't need it right now. So you do not want to be without a substantial protection. For example, you might talk to some people and they might say, oh, I'm thinking of moving me back to Nigeria. You know, in about 10 years, I don't want to be dealing with these things. I want to go me back to Nigeria and all of that. If anybody ever tells you that they want to move them back to Africa, that is an invitation for you to close. Why? Get your policy, pay for it. If you're going to super fund it for 7 years, pay for it. You can go back to Africa. You don't have to pay a dime. We know of people who go back to Africa and something happens and they come back sick. The guy I just went for his funeral last night, he was here. He started a shipping business. He shipped things back home. Went there, just got sick, passed away. He got 4 kids here. No protection. He's got 4 kids here. No protection. He's got 4 kids here and a wife who's working as a CNA. What is going to be the future of those kids? What is the protection of those kids? Sometimes we need to get to these people because God has not promised us what is going to happen and what is not going to happen. So income protection in times of financial, in terms of ill health is going to be there, especially when we are in our 50s. Man, things are going to happen. I lost my father in his 60s and in his 50s. And that example never gets lost on me. My own dad passed away. Number 3, guaranteed legacy transfer. Guaranteed legacy transfer. There's nothing as solid as a guaranteed legacy transfer to your family. It will buy them a lot of options. Again, you want to compare it to term. If you have a term policy, guess what? After 20 years, it's gone. After 30 years, it's gone. You have an index universal life policy, guess what? After 30 years, when people their term is expiring, for a $1.5 million policy, your guaranteed legacy is over $2.3 million to your family. We know what this guaranteed legacy can do for your children, for your grandchildren. I've said just to come in this country and not have a car loan where you're paying a car loan can work wonders. I know all of you guys started by struggling, buying that rickety car, always repairing it. I call it food for the mechanics. We've all gone through it. You go to the mechanic, they tell you whatever is wrong with that car. You don't have a choice. You pay them $600, $1,000, they fix it. 6 months, 8 months later, you're coming back. Food for the mechanics. Just imagine if your child or your grandchild can start with a brand new car where for 3 or 4 years, they don't have to worry about a car payment. I give an example of my sisters in Las Vegas. Because I've been in this country for a long time, because I've been established, I bought a car for my mom. My mom was with them. That's the car they've been using since 2019. 6 years. No car payment. I paid it off. I'm maintaining it. Guess what? They just bought their mansion in Las Vegas. I look at them and I smile. Because that payments for these 6 years for that car, if you look at it, car payment for 400K, maintenance and all of that, that comes to about $30,000. And that's down payment for you to buy your house. Hello, guys. So the effects of living these kinds of instruments. I am their IUL. I've been their IUL. You understand? Literally, which is good. I'm very happy but that is how Americans progress. Because they have all of these legacies that have been created. So, guaranteed legacy transfer. And then another thing that I always say, I know sometimes when I get to this point, I talk too much. But there is a lot of us, especially from Africa, from Cameroon, from Nigeria, especially Cameroon. The laws are porous. All of our parents, they will put their money in a bank. I know Geraldine's parents went through this. I know my own father went through this. You know, your father puts their money in a bank, and the president appoints a cousin or a niece or a nephew over that bank. They steal all the money. That bank collapses. No legacy transfer. Now you, as the older sister, or older brother, you are left struggling again to pay fees for your own younger ones. So instead of compounding, we are regressing. So we come from such a disadvantageous position that sometimes we do not even understand how disadvantaged we were. But then we come to a country that has laws, that has contract laws, that have all these instruments that have been established, that are guaranteed to pay. How many Africans have the opportunity to experience what we are experiencing? Not up to 5%. The population of Africa is about $1.2 billion. The population of Africans here in the United States right now is about 8 million or so. That's less than 4%. Way less. And we are the privileged ones who can acquire these instruments and change the generations to come. What are we waiting for? You understand? I mean, those are elements you can write down and tell people. If your parents in Africa, they put their money in banks, they put their money in insurance companies, they all went bankrupt because the president appointed some nephew, something that stole all the money, it was gone. I feel sorry for my dad because he used to put money, but Geraldine, you know these banks, BC, BIAO in Cameroon, they crumbled those banks. But in this country, we can have these instruments that can guarantee the passage of these assets, that can guarantee these assets to be for us when we retire. Phenomenal. Okay? Well, I just wanted to highlight about 5 of these advantages. Those are 3. Let me go to, we talked about market correction protection. We've talked about that a lot. Let me talk about avoids probate court. Avoids probate court, number 6. Avoids probate court. Your assets in this instrument will not go through probate. As we're getting out of that week last night, there was a horrendous car accident. In fact, it was so bad that the driver of the car that crashed the other one ran. Maybe he did not have insurance. Maybe he was drunk. Maybe somebody did not have papers and he didn't want ICE to just come and pick him up. We don't know. Bad car accident. Somebody was driving a Honda CRV, pancaked into another car. Now, if they catch the driver, guess what? They're going to sue him. If he has anything, they can take it. Because they can sue you for about $500,000, for about $1 million, depending on the loss on the other person. They can take everything you have. What is one of the only assets that they cannot touch? Your IUL. Protects you from, I'm actually explaining number 8, protects you from lawsuits, creditors, predators, and judgment liens. That accident last night just drew my mind. Now, if that individual had assets, and let's even say they died in the accident, the one who caused the crash, they can still sue his estate and get whatever they can get. So no legacy transfer. But if he had an IUL, they can touch whatever they can. 401k plan can be gone. His real estate can be gone. His bank accounts can be gone. Guess what? The law prohibits them from being able to touch his funds in the IUL. So these are some of these points we want to sit down, and I'm talking to Geraldine now specifically because we're talking to a client. These are the points that we need to sit with Robert down and really articulate these points to him so that he understands. And when you pass away, even if you owe debts left, right, front, and center, they can still come after your estate. Your estate is not resolved in court until all of these issues are settled. So if you owed anybody, they will have to pay that person. But guess what? If you had an IUL, your IUL passes straight to your loved ones. Nobody touches it. Sometimes when I walk around in this country and, and we go like to a predominantly Black area, and we see how people are just destitute sometimes. And we see how people are homeless under the bridge. And we see how they are just lost. And I feel sorry. And it's not because they are not as smart as we are. That's not why. Because people are just 1 or 2 steps away from falling between the cracks. They come from a generation of deprivation, slavery, Jim Crow, their parents not getting the right education, culturally not having the right value set to plan for the next generation. That is why people fall between the cracks. It's not because they are not genetically smart. Because their parents did not know to create the same kinds of instruments that will protect them. Because by the time you lose your job, by the time you lose your car, maybe you go through a divorce. In America, they say 3 strikes and you're out. That's the saying they have in this country. 3 strikes and you're out. Because by the time you get attacked from this side, attacked from that side, attacked from that side, sometimes you're just like, excuse my language, F it, I'm just going to give this thing up. But if you plan for your children, where if they get attacked from this side, they get attacked from that side, they get attacked from the left flank, they still have something that keeps them going. They can still go to this instrument and get some money and figure out their next move. Your children and grandchildren will not become those people you go downtown and see under the bridge. This is preparing for the future.
And Vali, to be fair, the Black American community is not even a community that we can talk about it. Because the question is that even they knew they could not even afford it.
Correct.
Poverty is just something that was designated by the white man for them to be like that.
Yeah,
so they're not even a good community for us to even compare with. Because the mistake we make that we, the Africans, that we've come and had this opportunity where we can now make 6-figure, we can't even take them in our lane to even think. I'm just thinking out loud.
No, correct. You're very right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these people have gone through, if you study their history. But again, some of us who come, who have this education, we are the ones to make the difference.
Very true. Very true.
We are the ones to make the difference. You, a Black person, you have this kind of instrument, your child gets up, 20 years from now, 30 years, starts a company, we are the ones who might help uplift not just the Black community, but the entire world. You understand? Look at Elon Musk. I know I'm digressing a little bit. He has a lot of money, but you people do not understand what Musk is doing. Musk is using his money to fund the right wing in this world. Whether it's in Germany, whether it's in England, whether it's in Hungary, whether it's in the United States, Musk is using his money to fund right-wing racist organizations so that they can suppress Blacks even more across the whole world. That's what Musk is doing. That's why in England, he's bankrolling Farage. In Germany, he's bankrolling what they call the AFD, the alternative for Deutschland. In America, he's the main person bankrolling people like Charlie Kirk. So the trend in this world is to create institutions that want to suppress Blacks even more. What do we have control over? Strengthening our own selves even more. Getting instruments that our kids are not going to become victims of that kind of suppression. This is when we take those actions. This is when for our tomorrow, we give up our today. This is when we create these instruments that will become a line of defense for our own kids. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I know these global perspectives are not part of what we discuss when we talk about these instruments, but these instruments will affect if we become victims of those negative global perspectives. So that's why I'm so passionate about things like the IUL, because I see what is happening politically. People are thinking Blacks have made too much advancement. People are thinking we have gained too much. We've broken those chains too much. We need to be put back in our place. We need to continue to strengthen and strengthen and strengthen ourselves. All right, I'm going to try to look for one of these, one other benefit just to emphasize. Next week, I'm going to have you guys be doing hands-on. At least 1 or 2 people will already have their licensing on, and they'll be the ones doing this illustration. So I'm going to do one more and then take some questions. And
I think you need to charge your PC.
Yeah, my power is almost going out. Just give me let me grab mine.
To charge your PC. Geraldine, hello, ma.
Oh yeah, my brother. Just tired.
Hey, sorry.
Yeah, I woke yesterday. Yeah.
So
I almost forgot that we had class this morning.
This morning, yeah.
Yes.
Just take
This
off.
is not easy. This
It's
is not
not.
easy to convince people.
Training.
Yes.
Yes.
And rightfully so, if you look at it, it's a lot of money, so you have to really give a good reason for somebody to put that time money away.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just take your weekend and rest.
Yeah, but you don't give up. You just keep
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah.
So your wife has joined her.
Okay, she attended, but she's in the pipeline. So
Well, that's good.
She's a stronger support system now.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to just explain one other benefit of this IUL here. Just give me a minute.
Why not do tax advantage during retirement?
Yeah.
All right.
Because now you can easily relate with people with their 401k.
All right. So let's go back to that IUL there. All right. which means we have to go back to where we're taking money out at retirement. Okay. Before I do that one, Jay, there's something I want to demonstrate here, because that one speaks specifically to you, and everybody can learn from it. But this one speaks to our friend Robert. That's why I say it speaks specifically to you, because we're trying to get this guy to do an IUL. So let's say Robert gets an IUL, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Robert just said he has about 30 or 40,000 that he's trying to bring from Cameroon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just calling his name because only you and I know who Robert is. Robert could be Robert Kennedy, could be Robert Musk, could be Robert anybody, right? So all right. So so all right. So let's say Robert goes and brings that $40,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he puts it in here. Okay. Let's look at this policy here, right?
Mm-hmm.
After you've had this policy for 30 years, at 65, the cash value there is $879,000 here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So make a mental note of that 30 years later. Make a mental note of that. 879,000.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And this is speaking specifically to Robert bringing in this money.
Okay.
So we go here. We go to policy design. And that's why I say we really need to bring Robert on Zoom, because if you don't show him some of these things, people will give him information that's not right. As you put that 40,000 in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lump sum right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I changed.
Mm-hmm. What about the age? Does the age matter? Or
well, the age doesn't really matter here, because it's going to compound for 30 years.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, let me go. How old is Robert?
Should be about Sammy's age.
Okay. So Sammy is about 46, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So let's just to be practical, let's go run this IUR for his age. Okay. Let's go to policy design. No, let's go to insured. Okay. Instead of, let's go 46. Okay. I want to be very specific. Let's do 46. He's male. Let's go change the amount. Okay. Instead of 1.5 million, let's make it a $1 million policy. Okay. All right. So let me take this amount out for now. Okay. Okay. We do calculate. Okay. Let me go to cover page. Okay. So let me scroll down to the numbers. Okay. So his premium is about 18,000. It doesn't have to be $1 million. You can do 500,000. But let's go to age 30. Okay. When he's, let's say 75.
75.
All right. 30 right here.
Right there.
All right. So he has $1 million here. Without us talking about the 40,000, right? $1,086,000. So make a mental note of this figure.
Okay.
1,086,000. Now he has a legacy transfer to his kids for 1.8 million. It's no longer the 1 million. Okay. $1.8 million here. And again, I always say it's going to be more, because I always take 33% of this 1.1 million here, which comes to about $350,000. Added to this 1.8. So 1.8, just say 1.9 plus 300,000, that is 3.2. So it's going to be about 3.230. Okay. No, 2.3. 2.3.
3.
All right. So that's going to be the realistic legacy transfer then. But let's just go add that 40,000 now. Remember again, make a mental note. We have this 1,086 here, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's go here. We go policy design. We'll go back to the insured. Yeah, I see it. Plan initial lump sum. Let's say we come, he brings that 40,000, we put it in here, right?
Mhm.
All right. We do calculate. Okay. So we go menu. By the way, just on this page, if we do scroll down here, for a policy of this magnitude or of this much, he can put up to $74,000 a year additional in here.
Mhm.
Okay. So that 40,000, definitely he can put it in here.
Mhm.
All right. So we've put that 40,000. So let's go to menu and go to our cover page. Okay. Okay. Let's scroll down to that year 30.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's go to that year 30. Scroll down.
There we go.
That 40,000 has grown to what? About $250,000, $300,000. Because you remember it was 1,080,000.
Mhm.
Right. Now it's $1,336,000.
It's 350.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's almost like you bought a real estate for 40,000, and 30 years later, that real estate is worth about $300,000.
So assuming that he just puts this 40 and contributing nothing else.
No. He's still paying his premium. You remember when we put it
Because the
without,
other one was 1.8. That one was more.
No. 1.8 was the death benefit. Now that death benefit is 2.1.
Oh, okay.
So it's not, the death benefit is no longer the 1.8, it's 2.1, which is still reflecting that additional $300,000 growth.
Okay.
So it's almost like you bought a real estate for 40,000, and now that real estate is worth about $300,000. You and I have had homes in Kansas City. They have not appreciated that much. They have not grown by 5 times for 30 years. You and I know that. True or false?
True.
Yes. And if we sell our homes now, we pay capital gains taxes. He takes money out at retirement, no taxes. So on the gains of our real estate, we'll still pay about 25% tax, right? In this policy, no tax. And that 40,000 has grown to about 300,000. Jay, do you get it?
Mm-hmm.
If you have any question, go ahead and ask me.
I think she was considering that 40,000 naira to be a lump sum, and that it's not going to pay any other thing aside that 40,000 naira. Sorry, $40,000. Sorry. So what will happen? The policy will lapse at the time.
Lapse.
If you put it just as a lump sum,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't put anything else,
Yeah.
no, you cannot do that now.
Okay. Okay.
You have to pay your premium. That 40,000 is growing independent of your premium.
Okay. Okay.
Now you can say, I'm going to put $40,000 for 7 years and see what happens. Every year I put 40,000 in here. After 7 years, I don't put anything. Do you want me to run that? And let's see.
Yes.
Menu. Policy design. Premium. Let me take this out. But not put any additional.
Annually?
No, let's here. Let's just hold on. Here we do 40,000. Okay. Annually, yes.
7 years.
Yeah, let me just hold on. Let me see. A1. He's 46 right now. So 46 plus 7 is what? 46?
53.
No, 54.
46 plus 7. 53. If you take 4 out of 7 to add to 56, that's 50.
Okay. Do a calculate. So you see, each year he's putting 40,000, right? He puts it for 7 years and he stops. Let's see how long that policy runs.
See.
Do you see that policy timing out?
No.
No.
And the definite benefits keep increasing.
Thank you. So he brings money.
Like for 40 years?
Pardon?
It looks as if it runs for more than 40 years, almost 40 years.
No, it runs forever. It never times out.
121.
Let me go to where we have a real cover page. So you see, it pays just for 7 years, right? It's right there. Pays just for 7 years. He stops paying. This is premium outlay. Do you see any money being paid after 7 years?
No.
Nope. By the time he stops paying, he's already accumulated cash value in it for 289,000 right here. Sorry. Right there. We look at that money. Let's say after 30 years, how much does he have in their cash value? 30 years. Look, Jay.
Wow.
Thank you.
So, another question is, at age 65, can he start taking money out of it?
All right. Good question. Let's see. Okay.
That will be 19 years later.
Now we go to income and targeting. This is the page that I always skip. Distribution amount. Let's say it takes 30,000 every year. Takes 30,000 every year.
Okay, why are you putting below what he put in?
Pardon?
Why are you putting below what he put in? He put in 40,000.
That's okay. If you want him to take 40,000 per year.
Let's say it takes 40,000 per year, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, from age 65, right?
So,
Age 65, let's say to age 85. He's taking 40,000 out each year, right?
for 20 years. My left to my answer. No, that's left.
Did we put it monthly or annual? Just hold on. We might have done it annual.
Annually.
Income and targeting. So yeah, I'll put it monthly. She's taking that money annually.
Annually. Yeah.
But let's see. Let's see how long it runs. Let's see what is happening. No, we're having him taking that money at age 65. All right, 65 right here, right?
At 81, the policy will lapse.
Will lapse at age 81.
You couldn't take it to the to 65.
So if you're putting because what the 40,000 you're putting in is less than the 7 pay. But by that time you would have already taken about 392,000. You actually have to put the 7 pay in for about 7 years. What is the 7 pay of this policy? The 7 pay is 74,000. That's this. If you want to put money in there just for 7 years, put the 7 pay.
Okay.
So if we go in and we put the 7 pay,
74,000.
Or let's even say we put not 74,000, just say we put 60,000. Let's first try 60,000. A year. Let's calculate. Well, if we put 60,000, then we have to, let's see. Let me go to policy design again. Make sure we're 60,000.
8 to 7.
Just to put A 46. 46
to 53
to A 53. Okay. Calculate. Let's see how long it runs. See if we are missing.
Cover page.
Let's go to cover page. I'm glad that you're paying attention.
Oh. So I'll go and pass that exam. Don't pay attention.
No. At least you are nudging me on when next we are supposed to go or when next we are supposed to go. So that is good.
Do you hear this, Yoga?
All right. So
he's commending you now.
but we put in that money just until age 51. We're supposed to put it until age.
I thought it did 53. 7 years.
So let's go back and adjust it. Policy design. H46 to H53. Why is it giving us? Let me do H54 and see. 54. Okay. Pre-plan premiums. Annual. Calculate. Okay, let's go to menu. Cover page. Okay. For some reason, the report is just stopping at H51. I don't know why it's doing that.
Should we remove the income distribution first?
Let's go see. Maybe let's see. Menu. Policy design. I think that might be it.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah. So 0. Okay. You calculate. I did not like those figures the way we put them. Income and targeting. Let's just leave it blank and see. You calculate. Okay. So there we go. And it's going just to H51, but let's see. So it doesn't lapse. Well, it lapses at H. No, it doesn't lapse.
This one continues, yes.
Yes. So if you do like 60,000, you know, it doesn't lapse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even 104.
It goes up to 121.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you have not taken distribution out.
I've not taken distribution out.
Yes, sir. Income.
Let me go and see. I think I did. Income and targeting. I love how you guys are engaged in this class. And very soon you guys will be learning stuff that you'll be teaching me, and that's what I like.
Bro, that way, in your class, we are able to ask, contribute. We are not just waiting till the end to.
Correct.
So it's engaging, so it's conversation. Yeah. Thank you for giving us the liberty to do that.
Yeah, no, it's interactive. That's why I want to be doing these Saturday morning classes. We're going to move to other things. We're going to move to annuities. We're going to learn a lot, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So yeah, there's really nothing coming out, you know. Yeah, there's really nothing coming out because there's zero coming out. So yes. but as you can see, and again, it's already, I let time slip by me. It's already 12:18. I need to be at that place at 1. But so Jay, you see why I want us to be able to bring him down and go through all of these benefits with him. Because right now you know these benefits, but he doesn't. You know, but he doesn't. And unless you can bring him down, show him illustrations, show him that by just paying your regular premium even if he pays just that his regular premium for 20 years, this policy will still run forever. I know I'm running. I'm running.
You said one thing today that it's gonna be my selling point.
Yes.
Since it's like getting a real estate, it's like buying a house, but the difference is that the rate at which the interest rate grows for this is faster than just buying a house.
Thank you.
And secondly, it's even less maintaining than buying a statue and keeping, and you every day you go look if you have to change the
Correct.
pipe, you have to change the heating and
Correct.
everything. So that's my selling point. If you
Correct.
want to buy a house, you already own a home. This will be a second home.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
you can even buy 5, 6 of these homes.
yes. And you take money out tax-free at retirement.
Exactly.
And when you pass over the property to your kids, tax-free.
Free to your children.
Without any liens, without any encumbrances, because let me add to that point, Jay. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes.
When you eventually pass over property to your kids, your kids should be able to afford the inheritance taxes on that house.
Correct.
And the capital gains taxes to keep the house. And if they cannot afford those taxes, guess what your children are going to do? They will sell that house so that they can pay the taxes.
Correct.
But if you pass the money in an IUL, it stays with them.
Correct. Because with a house now, except you win a lottery, there's nobody that stands and pays $300 cash down, $300,000 down on a house. They put it for 30 years. So why not get an insurance that you can pay for the next 30 years?
And if you get a policy, and you also get a house, your kids will take money from the policy and pay the taxes on the house and keep the house.
Correct.
Guys, next Saturday, show up. We are gonna have fun. Let me run and attend that Elevate event. I'm already running late.
All right.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, my brother. Lotus, remember that we learned that it's like buying a home.
Oh yeah. I will not forget.
Buying a home, that's the only way you can make them think to pull out $1,000 or $1,500 a month.
Yeah.
Just think that it's the house that you're buying, but the interest rate increases